Hey guys, welcome back to Dan Does Tech Stuff. Um, in front of me is the iPad Pro. This is the 12.9 configuration. This is the M2. I bought it because I was upgrading from my 2017 iPad Pro. Apple just recently had a new Apple event where they are introducing new iPads. So I think today's video is going to show you some accessories that I think would make your iPad experience optimal. Again, iPads will vary from model to model. Apple is in the process of replacing a lot of the current iPads with a USB-C input rather than the Lightning proprietary input that they had, which I think is a good thing because it opens up the device to more accessories and more peripherals. So today I'm going to be showing maybe the top 10 things I would recommend to maximize your iPad experience. Again, I'm an iPad enthusiast. You're going to see in my show a lot of iPad related things, and hopefully you can follow my journey and how the iPad transformed kind of my day-to-day routines, specifically when it comes to drawing and being creative, being a creative person. And so let's go ahead and start off. Now, the one thing I recommend off the bat, and again, it doesn't matter what brand you buy or what you get, but you need to have a protective case. Okay, so again, you want to be, wherever you feel the most creative. You could be at the Starbucks, or you could be in your living room, whatever is going to help you and get inspired to be creative. You want to be able to have something that's protective, like a protective case. Also, maybe you have like notes that you're thinking about transpiring, right? You want to transcribe some notes. This is the iPad Magic Keyboard. I bought this because I tried other keyboards and I really like the low profile keys. This one has a built-in Magic trackpad, which I really like, and also it uses the ports in the back, so I don't have to draw any power from it, and it's not Bluetooth related. So you can see these are the three tabs, these smart connectors that connect to the back of your iPad. Okay, so what I like about having those is that it doesn't draw from Bluetooth. For some reason, I always notice that there's a slight delay when typing using a Bluetooth connection. So that was what sold me on this, and also the fact that I could just mount this iPad directly to the stand, and you've got different angles for your keyboard, and the typing experience is phenomenal. Now, this keyboard here does not have function row keys right here. The new iteration, which I'm probably gonna have to buy, does have the function keys, which would be, like volume control, brightness, things that should have been on this one, but probably Apple decided, hey, we can sell you another keyboard for for top dollar anyways. But having a nice keyboard to type on would be great. So I definitely recommend that as a big peripheral. And so this one has a lot of different benefits to it. Mainly, it provides a protective outer casing. You can angle your keys, and it can charge your keyboard. It uses the smart connectors, and then the keyboard type experience, I think, is unparalleled. So really love that. And you pair that with the Magic touchpad here, and it feels just like a laptop. So I think the only thing holding the iPad back sometimes is the operating system itself. Okay. Second thing I recommend is obviously to be creative, and if you're artsy fartsy like I am to draw, having the pencil, the Apple Pencil is just been a phenomenal experience, especially if you're looking to draw or sign documents, contracts, PDFs, annotate. It's been such a phenomenal experience to have. So definitely recommend having the Apple Pencil. This one here with the Pro attaches on the side, so it charges, and so that way, it doesn't just get lost, and this one doesn't roll around like the previous version. You charge it, put up against your case, phenomenal. So that's the second probably the purchase I would probably recommend. to maximize your Apple iPad Pro experience. Now, if you're a gamer like I am, you might have different controllers. So I have like this one by 8-Bit Do, PlayStation 4 controller or a PlayStation 5 controller. So some apps like Grand Theft Auto is on here. There are apps that take advantage of having various controller setups. So not really one I recommend over the other, but PlayStation seems to be a pretty good one. You can use Xbox controllers as well, and then the one by 8-Bit Do is really good. Feels snug in the hand, but just something that you can throw in your bag if you want to, stop your productivity and have kind of a gaming moment. That would be something to consider. So, thirdly, just having some type of gaming peripheral device instead of having the touchpad controls. Okay. Now, one of the other things, having an HDMI to USB-C cable sounds kind of interesting, but the iPad Pro, because it's USB-C, has USB-C out. So if you were to plug that in and put into an external monitor, you can get dual screen, double the screen, or you can do screen mirror. So having one of these USB-C to HDMI is a cable accessory that I think would be beneficial, especially if you have a big monitor that you want to show and present. So having a cable like that would be great. So that's 4. I think also having, just kind of a general sleeve in general would be great to put your iPad in. Sometimes just having something that you can just put into something and forget it, and if you do a lot of traveling like I do, put into a sleeve. The Magic Keyboard can fit snugly in there as well, and you can put all your peripherals as well, pencils and charging cables. So that's something that I recommend as well. 5. Now, the iPad that I had only had a 20-watt charger, which is doable to make sure it's consistently powered on. But I have a 67-watt charger that I got. You can use this to double with your MacBook, but having a higher wattage for your power brick would be better. And oftentimes you get a pretty good power USB to USB-C cable. I have this as a super speed USB-C cable. What's cool is if you plug this bad boy into your iPad and then the other side into your MacBook, you can screen mirror, and also you can use your iPad as a double screen or dual screen. In another video I'll show you how all that works, but having a pretty powerful charger brick and then having a nice super speed, high quality USB-C cable will definitely benefit your iPad experience. Okay. I know it's not on here, and this is not the right one, but having a tempered glass on top of your iPad Pro, it's great to have because you don't want to scratch your screen. So definitely get a tempered glass for your iPad. That way it prevents any kind of scratching. And then when you're wiping these down with the pad, it doesn't scratch your screen. So anything to protect your screen is great. So having a tempered glass it's highly recommended. So that'll be number 7. Also, what the iPad has is just one input connection for USB-C. I recommend getting some hubs. So getting a USB-C hub. Now, when you get one of these, you have different I/O options with them. So then you get the ability to put in USB-C A connectors, charging cables, and other USB-C devices. And sometimes you get the ability to do HDMI out, like I had the other cable originally. So you can do HDMI out from it as well. So majority of them will have HDMI out, will have kind of a power port, USB-C, and then this one has SD card readers. So if you have an SD card or a digital camera, you definitely can utilize these ports, which is great because now the iPad with the USB-C can support these accessories. Now, the ones that I recommend for USB-C hub, get one that has an Ethernet port to it. So sometimes a Wi-Fi connection can be iffy. So having a hardwire Ethernet cable would be great for it. So this one here is it's called DocTech. It's got USB-Cs, it's got the Ethernet, it's got your charging cable input, also USB-C input for another device, and the HDMI out. So this is one I would recommend, and I'll put all these in the description. Okay. And then sometimes you may want just a simple experience of just plugging something in. Now Apple decided not to include a 3.5mm jack. So sometimes, you know, when you're in a bind, you can stick one of these USB-C to 3.5mm jack. So that way, if you have, you know, some of your headphones lying around, earphones, you can just plug those bad boys into your USB-C input on your iPad, and then you can have a more seamless experience. And then lastly, I recommend getting the AirPods with it. You know, you don't necessarily have to have the newest model. AirPods in general are pretty decent. So I have the original AirPods that came out, Gen 1, or the AirPod Pros. Now, you'll get a better dynamic listening experience with the AirPod Pros, but the AirPods, the general ones, work pretty well the way it is. So overall, peripheral wise, you want to, you know, have the AirPods would be great. It's my recommendation, having USB-C hubs, so that way you can get if you have thumb drives that you want to input into your iPad. Also, sometimes these devices will have the ability to put your headphone jacks in, but you know, just having a 3.5mm jack by USB-C could be great. Tempered glass, definitely. USB-C, high quality USB-C cable with high voltage charger, a sleeve on top of that, some peripherals, some chargers, peripherals with controllers, PlayStation 5, 8-bit DOE, and then having a USB-C to HDMI cable would be great. And then to top that off, you know, getting a nice keyboard with a touchpad. You can get away with a mouse if you want. You know, you can put in an external mouse if you like. But this one kind of does it all. Keyboard with the touchpad, and then a protective case. So overall, those are my recommendations if you have the iPad Pro, and then I'll be reviewing the new one when it comes out. But anyways, thanks for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe. I'll put all the links in the description, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.